Yo, what's going on, guys? Mages here. I hope everyone is doing super fantastic, and I just thank y'all all so much for all the positivity that y'all bring on my page. If y'all haven't seen it yet, I mean, just go to under my pictures, my comments, my YouTube comments. There's so much positivity, and a lot of it's not even shown because it's in my messages and stuff. But again, I just want to thank y'all for all the positivity that you bring towards my page and helping me grow this channel. And if you aren't subscribed yet, make sure you click that subscribe button and smash that like button for me because I really think you're going to enjoy this video. This is going to be a part 2 video of the investing video that I made earlier. If you want to go back and watch that, it basically just shows you my point of view of how I am investing in Pokemon. And I'm also collecting, so I'm doing both. Basically, what I'm trying to do is more or less, I open up packs and stuff on my YouTube videos, and I do some collecting as well. Like I've sent several cards to PSA that I don't plan on reselling. I plan on just keeping them for myself. So my intentions is with my investments, I want to cover the loss of the cost of the cards that I have purchased for myself. So through my investing Pokemon that I am going to resell, I want to cover the cost of the cards that I've purchased for myself. And then if there's a little bit extra, that would be awesome as well. And also with my investments, I want to cover the cost of me opening up packs and stuff for you guys until we can get to the point where YouTube pays me, and then I will use the YouTube money to open up packs for you guys. And once that happens, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be opening up is going to be like almost pure giveaway, unless there's just a card here and there that I want to keep for myself for my personal collection, or for like a background for my YouTube stuff like that. But a lot of it I will be giving away. But yeah, this page is for everyone. So I want to share a bit of my investing strategy with you guys to help you guys further your investments in Pokemon. Now, there are, like I said, several strategies. We're just going to go over my strategy for right now. And depending on how long this video goes, I will chime in on what some other people are doing. So, first of all, pretty much everything I buy is through eBay. Now, there are some Facebook pages that you can enter as well. I have seen on Facebook there are some really good deals every once in a while of people just trying to get rid of their really old collections. They pretty much don't want to, uh, deal with Pokemon cards, and they collected them when they were a kid. They don't really care about it now, so they will go onto these pages and just pretty much dump their cards. So you will find that in a lot of these Facebook pages. Um, so there is that, but most of the stuff that I buy is off eBay, probably 90%, if not more. So, for instance, we're gonna go here and we're just gonna type in Pokemon. That's what I like to do at the very start. I always just start by typing in Pokemon because it's the broadest term. I like to look through here and see if there's anything that's going for really cheap that could be either graded or resold for like almost instant profit, or maybe something really cheap just to hold on to for a little bit until it grows a little bit further. So, scrolling through here, I have seen a couple things, and I'm going to try to point out some of them. Like this Morgan right here, I would probably buy that for myself. Probably not for $10, but stuff like that is the stuff that I like to keep for myself. Then you have some slabs here, PSA 10. If you hold on to this, it's almost definitely going to increase in profit at some point. So this is super cheap card, $61. If you bought this card for two, three, four, $5, and then you send it into PSA, it's going to be another $10 for PSA, not including shipping, not including other fees and stuff like that. So you got about $15 into this card just by the PSA grading slab by itself. So, you're really only paying for about $45 for this card if you would have bought it raw, which is very expensive for, a raw card, but it's already slabbed, it's already ready to go. So all you have to do is just stuff this, stuff this somewhere, and it's going to grow in profit. It's definitely going to grow in profit. These cards, there's no way to get these cards again. So You definitely want to look out for PSA 10s. This is the highest grade that PSA offers. So $61 is not bad at all for a PSA 10 graded card and a first edition at that. So there's stuff like that that you definitely want to look out for. Now this would be a long-term strategy. For sure. This isn't the strategy I'm going for. The strategy I'm going for to tell you guys about what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I like to buy raw cards. So buying raw cards and getting a raw card graded is the most profit that you can make, in my opinion, from a card. Other than there's one other way, and that is opening packs. But you're also including a lot of luck in there. So, I mean, if you just have the worst luck ever, then you're just pouring money into the drain pretty much. But if you have some crazy luck, you can open up a, $200, $300, $400 vintage pack, pull a, $5,000, $10,000 card, and your profits are just ridiculous. But, we're talking about, basically hitting the lottery. So the second biggest investment strategy I've seen, in my personal opinion, is buying raw cards. So for instance, this Blastoise, right? So you got this Blastoise. It's in pretty bad condition. But basically, I go in here and I look for raw cards. So we have a Blastoise here. And then you always want to have a second web page open. So your second web page is going to be your sold. So you want to go down here on your left side. It looks a little bit different on your phone. It's on the right side. You want to go down here to sold and completed items. So this is what this is going to show you. This is going to show you what the last Blastoise sold for on eBay. So if you just type in, Pokemon base set Blastoise, you have all these cards. But what you're going to want to do is you're buying the card raw. So this one sold for $122. It's probably in very, very, very good condition. But you want to see what the graded cards are going for. So my best opinion is going to be to go with PSA. So PSA, you have a not first edition, not Shadowless. Last one sold at PSA 9 for $571. That is huge, $571. So if you can find a raw Blastoise, so for instance, that one raw Blastoise that we just saw for like $100, let's try to find a decent one. So this one sold for $81, which is kind of it's a pretty decent price. So it's probably a pretty decent card. It has some scratches on the hollow. Corners look good. Centering looks good. You have a little bit of whiting on the top left corner, a little bit of whiting on the right side. So this is probably going to be like a PSA 5 or 6 probably, if I had to take a guess. So let's look up. So that sold for $81. Let's look up a PSA 6. So the last sold PSA 6 is going to be $151. So they bought that one for $81. And now I'm lowballing. It might be a PSA 7, but let's just say it's a PSA 6. So they bought that card for $81. You send it in, it's $10-15 to get graded. So he has about $95 in his card. He could turn right around and sell that card for $150. You just made $50 off of off of $100. So $50 off of $100. Now, of course, you have your the time it takes to send it in to get graded, which is about 4 to 5 months, I believe, at PSA if you send it the slowest way. So you're looking at about a 4-month turnaround. So in 4 months, you can make $50 off of $100. That's like, I don't know, it's like 100% profit or something. I don't know the math off the top of my head, but it's a lot of profit. That's a lot. $50 off $100. So if you spent $10,000, you could turn $10,000 into $15,000 like that over the course of 4 months. So you just gained $5,000 profit in 4 months. Now you're gonna find even better deals than that. Now, if you pretty much the crazier the card you go. So let's say you could do like a Lugia. So we go Pokemon Lugia. I believe it's 9 out of 111. So let's say Lugia, for instance. So here's one that sold for $143. Let's take a look at this card. Now this is a big hitter. This is basically like a Charizard. Now it does have a lot of stuff up there. I'm kind of surprised this card actually sold for $143. It's quite expensive for the damage that I'm seeing. But let's say this is ballpark like a PSA 7. It might not be a PSA 7, but $143. Let's say PSA 7. So the last PSA 7 sold for $425. Let's try a 6, or let's try actually a 5, because it might be even worse than that. So PSA 5, that's first edition. PSA 5, $197. Again, yeah, it's PSA 5, $197. Now that last one that we just looked at, $143. You buy this card, put 10-15 bucks in it, you're at like 150 something dollars, maybe 160. Turn around and sell that for 200. Now that's absolutely lowballing. That card is probably not a PSA 5. If I had to guess, it's probably a PSA 7. Like I said, I think it might get a 7 if you rub off that little bit of gunk on the top. It didn't look like it was going to be stuck in the card. So $143. This card sold for $425. So you have $160 after sending it in to get graded, and you can turn right around as soon as you get that thing back. $425. Now, with that, right? With that being said, over the course of the 4 months that your card is in PSA, it could actually increase in value even higher than this, because it could go higher and higher and higher. Things over time. So you have like this one is a 380. This one's 470, depending on the day. So you have like a 375 here, a 470, a 380, and then a 425. So your card can definitely like increase in value over the 4 months that it is there. But like I said, I have actually bought a Lugia. I'm going to be showing you that as soon as it comes in. It hasn't come in yet, but I've started buying like $100 cards. I started off doing just like, I pretty much just bought anything less than $10 to $15. That way you buy a $10, $15 card. You can find them all day. You can find $10, $15 cards all day raw here. For instance, one of the cards I like to find a lot is a Zapdos. Zapdos you can find all day for, five. Let's go to what's actually on the market. So let's go Pokemon Zapdos. And let's do a base set Zapdos. Next, let's do a fossil Zapdos. So you have a fossil Zapdos. Let's go. You always want to go ending soonest. So $30. No one's bought that. So $5 here. You have a hollow Zapdos for $5 here. It's probably not going to be in super great condition since it's only $5. You have some whitening in the corner, a little bit of whitening here, some whitening at the bottom, some more whitening on the side. I imagine this can probably pull like a PSA 6 or 7. So let's look up a PSA 6 Zapdos. Let's type in hollow here because it is a hollow. And we can even type in jungle here. I mean, not jungle, fossil. Sorry, guys. We can type in fossil here. So let's see if we can find that one's 2 cards. $85, that's first edition. $53 at a PSA 6, but like I said, I think it'll get PSA 7. Let's see if we can find a PSA 7. I typed in PSA 6. I was lowballing though. I think it can get a PSA 7. So here we go, $90. One sold for $90. This card right now is $5. So you have $5 plus $9 for the shipping, so you're sitting at about $10. You send that card in to get graded for about another $10 to $15. You are at about $20 to $25 invested in this card. This card is a $90 card right now. That is insane value. So you have about $25 in the card, and you send it in to get graded. You can turn right around and sell that bad boy and make like a $65 profit. That is crazy profit, guys. Crazy profit. You give someone you invest $25, you get $65 back. Now this is going to work every time. Some cards are going to go down in value over the 4 months that you send them in to get graded. Some cards are going to go up in value. So, like I said, you just have to wing it and kind of see, what kind of cards you like. I definitely only recommend going for cards that you actually like. Don't just go off willy-nilly and start buying random cards that you don't know anything about. Do a little bit of investigation. What I like to tell people is focus on, I would say focus on 10, 15 cards, maybe, focus on one set in specific. So like take Jungle, Pokemon Jungle, Pokemon Fossil, Neo Genesis, base set. Take one specific set, and you're probably going to have you're probably going to have 15 to 20 cards in that set that are valuable at a PSA grade. So, for instance, let's say Pokemon Jungle, right? So, Pokemon Jungle, you're going to have your Vaporeon, you're going to have your Kangaskhan, you're going to have a lot of valuable cards in here. Execute is probably pretty decent at a PSA 10. We have a Jolteon, Clefable. What else do we have? Pikachu is going to be another big one. You got Flareon. So that's already like 6, 7 cards. If you just focus on just finding those specific cards, you eat, live, and breathe those Pokemon cards, just jungle, and you get real good at finding the prices for those cards. You can find Vaporeons all day. Look, $12. So you'll have $16 invested. It says mint, probably isn't mint. People lie a lot on eBay. As you can tell, this one did have some whitening on it, so this one actually probably isn't well. See, it has scratches on the hollow, whitening all around the edges. Probably not be a very good card. It's probably like a PSA 4. But you can find Pokemon Vaporeon hollow. So you can find these cards all day. So Vaporeon, $20, about in 3 minutes. This is probably a really good card because of how many people are bidding on it. You do have a little bit of print lines down here. It doesn't look like there's any scratches in the hollow. Centering looks amazing. Corners look pretty good. I don't see anything wrong with the corners. On the back, you have a little bit of a issue with this corner, but I don't really see any whitening or anything. So the back looks pretty immaculate. Front looks pretty immaculate other than these print lines. I would say this could probably easily get a PSA 8. So this is selling for $20 right now, and it looks like it's even free shipping. I think this is free shipping. I don't see where it says free shipping. But let's say it was $5 for shipping. So Vaporeon, PSA, I think worst case it gets an 8. So last sold Vaporeon, $100. $100. So you have $20, maybe $25 after it's probably gonna go, it's probably gonna go up a couple dollars right when the bid ends. So it might go up like 25, 26, somewhere around there. You have another $4 for shipping, so you're at like $24. I mean, you're probably at $30 by the time this ends. It looks like it's free shipping though. So you're at about like $30, right? You send it in to get graded. That's another $10, $15. So you're at about $40 approximately. So you're at about $40, and you can turn around right as soon as you get that card back, guys. Right as soon as you get that card back, put it on eBay, $100. So you made $60 off your $40. That's a really good investment, guys. I'm trying to tell you, this is what I'm doing. There's several ways to do it. Some people are just trying to buy graded slabs, so they will go ahead and buy like this PSA 8 $100 Vaporeon. It's going to go up, guys. This is one investment strategy. This $100 Vaporeon is definitely going to go up over time. It's just a matter of how long it'll take. So you could sit on this card, hold it, but then, the reason I don't like this strategy of holding cards is because you have now $100 tied up. You have $100 tied up hoping this card increases. How long is it going to take for this card to increase from $100 to $150 like I would be making if I was buying it raw. So for it to go from $100 to $150, that that could be like a year from now. Whereas you can just buy it raw, get it graded. You're looking at 4 or 5 months to get it graded. Turn right around and sell it. You made $50. But I mean, if you do like the cards, I definitely do recommend. See, I still don't like buying graded cards. Here's why. You can probably look all day on eBay. You can probably look for a week on eBay and find you the perfect raw Vaporeon. And you can probably get it for well less than $100. Send it in to PSA, and then you still only have $50 invested in the card rather than $100. And then you sit on that card and hold it. So now you're making double the profit. You're getting it graded, which you're going to make profit off of. And then you are going to also hold it, which is going to be more profit. It's going to be a little bit slower on the second part, but you're definitely going to make even more profit. So that could be another way, because then you'll be able to get more and more cards. So instead of getting this one PSA 8 Vaporeon, you could get two. You could get two raw cards, two raw Vaporeons, and probably mint condition, PSA 10 condition for less than $100. You probably get two of them. Raw, send them in, get graded, get two PSA 10 slabs and hold those bad boys. As long as you want to hold them, and then they're just going to keep increasing in value. Like I said, guys, this is just my strategy. I've told you about another strategy, which is, buying graded cards and holding them. There is another strategy. So another strategy that a lot of people are doing is they're buying cards, slabbed cards on Facebook. So you can find a lot of people are trying to dump cards. So a lot of people are doing this raw card thing where they buy a bunch of raw cards, send them in to get graded. And some people just have, bukus of money. They're able to buy 40, 50, 100 cards, send in 100 cards to PSA. Now they're sitting at 100 cards. They want to dump these cards as fast as they can. So eBay's not very quick. You got to wait 7 days for it to sell, and then maybe it won't even sell, because sometimes people do it for auction now because they don't want the card to sell for too cheap. So a lot of people will dump all their cards on Facebook. So if you go on Facebook, you can probably find some pretty cheap slabbed cards. I have been seeing people do auctions, like live auctions on PSA, where they'll have a PSA. We're gonna pretend this is a PSA graded card. So they'll have a PSA graded card. They'll go through the auctions. They'll be like, okay, well, you're gonna start this auction at $1, right? $1, no reserve, and whatever that card sells for is what you buy it for. And I have seen, guys, I have seen I have seen for myself, base set Charizards, PSA 8, 9, and 10 go for like a couple $100, and they could easily just turn right back around on eBay and sell it for $400, $500, $600. I have seen it with my own eyes, because these guys are trying to dump these cards so they can buy more cards and flip them. Now, they are still going to make money because they probably got that Charizard. You can probably find a mint condition raw Charizard for a couple $100 on eBay sometimes. So you spend a couple $100 on a Charizard, it comes back PSA 8, 9, 10, and then, they're automatically going to make profit because it's already slabbed. People like buying slabs for some reason. So they're automatically going to make profit. So they don't really care what it goes for as long as they make a profit. And they're just trying to flip them as quick as they can so they can buy more cards and buy more raw cards and flip those. Buy more raw cards, flip those. And I'm trying to tell you guys, sometimes you can find some really, really good deals on Facebook. But that's a different investment strategy that I'm not doing, because I don't like buying graded cards. I don't like spending the money, because some of these, like I said, you try to buy a Charizard, you're spending a couple $100. Yeah, you can flip it, but then I have $200 tied up until I flip it. I just don't like that. I like buying these $10, $20, $30 cards. Every once in a while, I might get like a $100 card. Like I said, I just bought that Lugia not too long ago. But yeah, that's another investment strategy that people are doing. And then I'm going to give y'all one more, because this video is starting to get a little bit long. And I really hope this video, guys, I really, really hope this video is helping you guys. If it's not, please tell me, and I will try to do a little bit more thinking of how I can make it even better. But the final strategy that a lot of people are doing is holding on to sealed products. Now, this is also another way of very slow returns on your money, but I mean, it's almost guaranteed returns on your money as long as they're not reprinting the set. If it's a set that they are not reprinting, it is almost positively, and there's good cards in it. Okay, so you need two things. You need a set that they're not reprinting anymore, and you need a set that has good cards in it. So there has to be some kind of chase card that people are going to want. And these booster boxes, booster packs, etc., are gonna go up in value at some point. It's just a matter of how long it takes for them to go up in value. So a lot of people are holding sealed products. Again, I don't like this way of investing because it is very slow and it ties up a lot of money. And I just don't want to have a bunch of sealed products sitting on my shelf just forever, hoping that it'll quickly raise in price. But again, guys, please let me know if this is helping you guys. I really hope it is. And again, this is for people that probably don't have a ton of money. Or, I mean, it's for everyone for sure, because the people that don't have a lot of money can buy the higher cards. Like I was saying, that Lugia, for instance. The Lugias, you can buy a bunch of the Lugias raw. You can buy Charizards raw. You can buy, Dark Charizards. A lot of the big hitters. I'm trying to think of some other big hitters. You got all the gold star cards, stuff like that. So you can definitely buy these cards raw and get them graded. And you're gonna make the more expensive the card, pretty much the more profit you're going to make whenever you send it in to get graded. But at the same time, you have more money locked up. So, but this is definitely a strategy that you can do a cheaper route as well. Like I said, you can buy $5, $10, $20 cards that do go for $100 at a PSA 910. There's definitely out there. Like, for instance, this PSA 8 Vaporeon I showed you, you can buy it for less than $30. You can buy that card less than $30, put $10, $15 into it, and you've already made $50 off your profit. It's going to take 4 months, but again, you're only going to have $50 wrapped up. That's all you're going to have. You're going to have $50 wrapped up on one card. And you can find even cheaper stuff than that. Like I said, you could probably find this Vaporeon for cheaper than that $30-$40 mark that I just showed you. It's just a matter of time of looking and looking and looking. So I really hope this helps you out, guys. Please let me know if it doesn't, and I will try to rework a different way to explain my strategy. And I hope to one day do like a live stream for like probably a solid 2-3 hours where I just go on and personally buy stuff myself so I can show you all the stuff that I buy. If you are interested in that, please let me know. And guys, if this helped you out, please click that subscribe button, and I will surely be making more videos of me opening packs, my investment strategy, and we will be looking at cards that I've purchased and sent in a PSA. When they get back, we can look at those. And I'm so excited to do stuff like that with you guys. So make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications and smash that like button, guys. It helps me out. It'll help me grow out the community. And let's just build a very positive community. And thank you guys all so much for watching. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.